What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, they say March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. I tell you what, it is warm out. It is like 67 degrees. It's going to be in the 60s all week, and it feels like it's spring early. In fact, the grass looks like it's growing out here. Poison ivy's popping up in my yard, and my fish are all swimming at the top this morning when I was out there. So yeah, it's it's so much for coming in like a lion. I don't know that any of this winter has been like a lion. But we have some breaking news that's interesting that doesn't really relate to the Cowboys, but yet it does. Dalton Schultz, who started the season out kind of slow, but came on with like 55 receptions for 665 yards and 5 TDs. He ended up, if you remember, Dalton Schultz was franchise tagged by the Cowboys, and kind of lost interest with the Cowboys, and they said that it was kind of a locker room distraction because he was mad that he didn't get his deal. And I want to say that the Cowboys had offered him like 12 or 13 million, and he turned it down. It's okay. He went to the Texans, got a 1-year deal for $7 million, no security in it. But because he played well, he ends up getting a 3-year, $36 million contract. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm happy for Dalton Schultz that he's found a home and that he's getting paid. But now, this is one of those things that you can look at and say, this should be actually a teachable moment, okay? And you're like, what are you talking about? Well, we got Jake Ferguson, who's in his 2nd year in the NFL. Jake Ferguson actually had more receptions and had about 100 yards more, 775 yards, same amount of TDs, 59 receptions. I can't remember how many receptions, but it was more than Dalton Schultz. And so here's the thing that you have to look at with this. Jake Ferguson, young guy, still on his rookie contract, costing peanuts in comparison to what had the Cowboys signed the longer-term deal with Dalton Schultz. They're actually getting more production out of a young guy, Jake Ferguson, than the Texans are from Dalton Schultz. And that's one of those ones you say, that was a great move by the Cowboys. Great move. You've got a guy who's getting better, at least his first year to the 2nd year, and you hope that the 3rd year that he takes an even bigger step, that he's finally getting his NFL body and getting more and more comfortable, and especially with us being in the Texas Coast offense another year, should become even better. Now, maybe we've seen the ceiling for Dalton Schultz, that he's gone as far as he can go, but you look at Jake Ferguson and say, yeah, there's more upside still to come with him. He still has a lot left to learn. And see, this is one of those moves where you think about it as Cowboys. The Cowboys are constantly doing this thing that we can't live without a player. You know, when people said, you know, the Cowboys letting go Dalton Schultz, oh man, that's a terrible thing. You know, they're going to miss that guy. Well, right now we're not missing him, and we're looking basically at being about $12 million less on the salary cap. And you say this because what, Mark? Because here's one of those deals that you look back, and it's easy to look back now and say the Cowboys screwed the pooch. But as the Cowboys constantly look to say, we need this guy or we need that guy, and they keep signing these bigger contracts, you look at this one and say they were better off letting go. They were better off letting go of Dalton Schultz and holding on to him. And that may have been the case with, say, Michael Gallup. With Michael Gallup, we said, oh, we can't live without that guy. That's a guy that we got to keep. And you look at where we are, and it's not good.